Yo, what's good, everybody? We're gonna skip the introductions. Y'all know how I like to do it when I got tutorials, the fire tutorials. I like to get straight into it. Now, I'm gonna explain to y'all from start to finish. Like, I'm gonna go in depth. This video might be a little long, but at the end of this video, I guarantee you will know how to dribble to some degree. You will be either entry-level dribbler or advanced dribbler. So this is gonna be a little long, but I'm going in depth. I'm going from the start to the finish. So let's get straight into it. I'm just gonna get the noobs out the way. The number one thing, you have to have at least a 86 ball control to dribble. Let me show you. If you look at my ball handling, my ball control is at a 90. You have to have a 86 overall ball control at the minimum. That's the least you can have. If you have anything under that, you're gonna need to grind my career, my part, whatever you need to do to grind to get your ball control up, you're gonna need to get it up to at least an 86. If you have over 86, you don't even have to worry about it. You know you're good. But if you below that, you have to grind up to get an 86. If you have a character that you cannot get an 86 overall ball control, you got to make a new build. I'm sorry, I know you might have wasted your time, but you got to have at least an 86 overall ball control just to even do the dribbles that you need to do. So now we got that out of the way, we can go into the next thing. Here's this right here, and I'm gonna break this down too. This right here is why a lot of you can't dribble, like why it makes dribbling so hard for a lot of you guys. Now I'm gonna explain something. This has to do with your controller. A lot of you guys play without the cord in your controller. If you play 2K, fuck that. If you play any game, play with a USB connected charger inside your controller. I'm gonna tell you what that does. It takes it from being a wireless controller to being a corded pro controller. Every time you see pro players playing it, what do they have? Wire controllers. And I'm gonna tell you why they have wire controllers. Any type of Bluetooth device or anything that's connected wirelessly, it has a lag in it. It has a delay to it. So if you're like trying to play a game and you're having a delay, you know what I'm saying, it's going to throw things off when you're playing the game. And when you're playing online game, it already has a delay in it. Just off the rip, online games have a delay to it. So now you add in the delay from your wireless controller on top of that. I guarantee you right now, if you try to dribble, I bet you could press your analog stick over, press like your crossover stick over, and then put your hand on your lap, and I guarantee you your hand will hit your lap before he does his crossover. Like, that's how much of a delay it is. Always play your game with your cord wireless controller plugged up. If you have an old dusty one that keep falling out of control, get that one out of here and get you a brand new one. Get you a charger cord and put it into your wireless controller so it becomes a corded controller, and it no longer is wireless. Once the charger is connected, it is now a wired controller that will knock a lot of the delay out. So then you'll see yourself, once you hitting the moves, it'll be a little bit more on time, and that right there will help a lot of you right off the rip. Now we're going to get into some more in-depth things. Now check this out. All right, so here we go. I want you guys to go over to your animations and go to your dribble moves. Now, a lot of you guys have random ass animations. That does not work. You cannot pick a animation just because it look cool. Or maybe you can, I don't know, but that's just not the way it works on the universal dribble gods or universal people who dribble. That's not the way it works. You cannot just pick anything you want just because it looks cool. Most of these dribble moves has a dribble moves to go with it. It's almost like a chain. You got to chain the dribble moves together. It's not like independent random ones. You just like, oh, these look cool, let me put these together. Most dribble moves has another animation that's chained to it. You got to chain them together. That's really what dribbling is. Now there are other combos and other things that you can use, or other animations that you could put together to make it the dribble, like maybe your other YouTubers that you like to watch, but I'm going to tell you ones that I use. I don't know about the ones they use. They can use other things, but these are the ones that I particularly use to get me dribbling. All right, now I'm gonna be honest with you. For moving crossover, that it doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep it a big. It doesn't matter. You can choose whatever moving crossover you want. I particularly like to use this one right here because it gets me space, but this doesn't matter. This is one that you can choose whatever the fuck you want. You can have Pro 7, Pro 6, Pro 275 million.85 times 2, my nigga. It doesn't matter what moving crossover you have. Choose the one that you like the best. Now, moving behind the backs, I like 6. You can also use, I believe, 3. These ones, this one's I feel like gets me the most space, and it's the easiest to do. But you can also use 6. I've seen some. I mean, you can also use 3. I've seen some people get saucy with 3. 3 works as well. but I personally use 6. Moving spins, this is the one that I like to use. I believe 7 and 2 are one if you like to do the momentum cross. If you like to do the momentum cross spin, I believe it's 7 and 2, but I like to use 6 because I really don't do the momentum cross spin. That's something I really, I kind of stay away from. Moving hesitation, Pro 2, gotta have this on. Got to have this on. Put that on. And then you gotta have, there are a few elite dribbles that you can have. I believe 27 is one. I believe 13 is one. 26 is the one that I like to use. This is the one that's most common. I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of dribble guys or other dribblers use. This one's the one most commonly used. I like it. Gets you a lot of space if you're just trying to do like a quick momentum and then speed boost off. Quick size up and then speed boost out of it. This is a good one to use. Your size up package, Pro 3. This is a must. You must have this on. You must. This is a must. Size up Pro 3, and it has to be paired up with Eric Bledsoe. Those go together. If you have Eric Bledsoe, you got to have Pro 3. Then after that, you're gonna have to have Ty Lawson. See how that almost looks like it goes together? This is the spam. I know you've seen a lot of people do this spam right here. One of the most used spams on 2K. Gotta have that. These 3 right here are ones you gotta have. The Pro 3, Eric Bledsoe, and the Ty Lawson. Gotta have that. Kyle Lowry is one that I like to use. I believe James Harden is also one, but Kyle Lowry is the one that I use. Please put that on if you are following my guidelines. Really put everything that I got on, okay? Jamal Crawford, that's universal. Everyone else is. This one really doesn't have no significance when you're dribbling, but everyone has this. It gets you space, especially if you're a sharpshooter or somebody like that, you're trying to pull up and get some space. Just put it on. This one really doesn't matter. It's kind of like the one that's all the way at the top, the crossover. It really doesn't matter, but just put it on. All right, so you're going to have all these together because, like I said, these all chain together. You just can't put random dribble moves on and then just piece them together, because in order to do like the cheese moves and stuff like that, it has to chain together. All right, we're going to move on to the next thing. All right, we're kind of moving along a little faster than I expected. Now, here is I think the biggest, this right here is the biggest reason why you guys can't dribble, other than you guys not having a wired controller. A lot of you guys, when you're dribbling too fast. The reaction time for 2K is incredibly slow, especially because the masses, most likely you guys, like I said before, are using that wireless controller. You don't have the corded like how I have. For me, it'll be a lot more responsive, but a lot of you guys are using a wireless controller, and the reaction time to 2K is strictly garbage. It was a little better on 2K17, but on 18 it's just pure garbage. You can press, like I said, you can press the crossover button and put your hand on your lap before he will even do the move. That's how much of a delay it is in this game. So you have to slow down. You have to give 2K time to react. How many of y'all, when you dribble, that shit sounds like this? See what I'm saying? Like, that's if when you dribble it sounds like that, you are dribbling way too fast. You need to calm down. It should be slow. Like, not like extremely slow, but it should just be regular speed. Like, don't try to do it too fast. You gotta give 2K time to keep up with what you're doing. So when you're doing that, slow down your dribbles. It's like it should sound a little bit like this. I hope you guys can hear it. Like, can you hear that? Like, because a lot of times if you do it too fast, tell me how many times for when you guys dribble, if you do a whole bunch of moves. Now watch, I'm gonna make a sound. Watch, he does the same move like over and over again. Now watch. Now mind you, I'm pushing my button in hella different directions, but yet he keeps doing the same move. It's because of that reaction time. You gotta slow down your dribbles to make 2K be able to keep up with you. If you do it too fast for 2K, it'll do the same move, or it'll do moves you're not trying to do, and you'll be slow and you'll just end up getting ripped. So just slow down when you're dribbling. Okay, that's the main thing. Slow yourself down. I know it's gonna be a little hard. This is how I shook my fear, because a lot of you guys, how many of you guys can dribble in your my court, but when you go to the park you can't dribble? Because like when someone's in your face, you just feel like you got to do it extra fast. Don't do that. I'm gonna show you how to get rid of that whole stigma of doing that. Invite a friend to your mind court. Doesn't matter who it is, just somebody who's willing to help you grind, and play one-on-one against them and dribble slow. Do your dribble moves slow. I'm gonna show you guys dribble moves at the end of this thing so you guys can know how to dribble, but you gotta slow your dribble down so 2K can keep up with you. I know it seems crazy, like, because you see how fast everybody else dribbling. When if they show you their hand cams of them actually dribbling, they're not moving their hands fast. Like, they're doing it at regular speed. They're just using a spam on the game to make it seem like they're going fast, but they're really dribbling slow. It's not hard. You just got to dribble regular speed and it will instantly make you better. That's the biggest thing I feel like people are doing wrong when it comes to dribbling. All right, so now I'm gonna show you guys a couple moves. We want to get straight into it. All right, so now that you guys have the animations on, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit how to dribble. Now, a lot of the things, matter of fact, before I get into another big thing that messes you guys up, a lot of you guys think dribbling is more than what it really is. Dribbling really is about, let's say 3 moves, maybe 3, 4. I'll say really 3 moves that you're doing over and over and over in different directions or in different order. When you see them, you like your dribble guys, they're doing a whole bunch of different moves and it looks like they're just pressing their sticks in wild different directions, and they're really not. They're really doing the same exact thing over and over and over. They're just doing it in different orders. Like they might do it to the left, one time they might do it to the right, one time they might back up with it. They're doing the same exact thing, just over and over in different directions. That's all dribbling really is. Once I break this down to you and you guys can see, you'll be like, yo, that's what dribbling is? It's like, it's easy as hell to do. You guys just think it's more than what it really is. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what I like to call, this is what I like to call the size up. This is the setup. This is how I set you up into getting you into a move. God damn, I ain't got no red rings. This is how I set you guys up. All right, so with your right analog stick, all I want you guys to do is press up on your right analog stick. And you're gonna do that right there. That's it. That's all I want you to do. Press up on your right analog stick. All right, now that you guys got that down, what I want you to do is hold your R2 and press your analog stick either to your right analog stick to the left or to the right, completely up to you. And you'll do this. You'll do this. You'll do stuff like that. That's what I want you to do, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you guys how to piece this together to make what I like to call the setup. I like to do up like this. And all you're gonna have to do is press your analog stick up and then hold your R2 and press your right analog stick to the left or the right. Those are the 2 things. That's the setup. Analog stick up, R2 over. And you can do it at different times. I like to do mine early because people like to spam. So, you know, it's almost like I'm not even doing it. I just like to get straight out of it. But you can do it late. You can wait all the way till you get to the end. You can do it somewhat in the middle. It doesn't matter when you do it. It's completely up to you. You're going to put it together how you want to put it together. But all you have to do is press up on your D-pad. Hold your R2. All you have to do is press up on your right analog stick. Hold your R2. And then press over in any direction at any time that you want to do it. And you will do this. That right there is called the size up. Now, I'm going to show you guys the most important move when it comes to dribbling. This is the most important move. You must be able to do this move if you want to be a dribbler. Everything revolves around this move. You finish with this move, you start with this move. Everything revolves around this, and it's called the momentum cross. Now, I have an old video out that you guys can go watch, like 30,000 views, something like that. It helps you how to do the momentum cross. I still do it similar to that, but I found a new way that you guys can do it. Well, it's not technically new, but it's a way that you can do it that makes it a little easier for people who can't do the momentum cross. Now, all you have to do is with your right analog stick, you're going to push it straight over. If the ball is in your left hand, you're going to push it to your right. If the ball is in your right hand, you're going to push it to your left. Whatever hand that your ball is in, you're going to push it in the opposite direction. So I'm going to say that just one more time. Whatever hand that the ball is in, you want to go in the opposite direction. So if it's in your left, go to the right. If it's in your right, you want to go to the left. And all you're doing is pressing over. That's it. Over, over, over. That's it. Okay? So now after you press over with your left analog stick, you want to push that diagonally in the same direction as you push your right analog stick while holding R2. So you're going to push the left analog stick diagonal while holding R2 at the same time. So we're going to go through this. The ball is in my right hand. So with my right analog stick, I'm going to push it straight to the left. And with my left analog stick, I'm going to push it diagonally to the left while holding R2. It should look something like this. That is the momentum cross. It's easy. Easy as hell. Easy as hell. I know a lot of people tell you that you should press both of your analog sticks over and over. I don't do mine like that. I push one over and one diagonal. But one more time, the ball is in my left hand. With my right analog stick, I'm going to push it to the right. With my left analog stick, I'm going to push it diagonal to the right while holding R2. That's the momentum cross. That is the momentum cross. Easy as pie, okay? So now I'm gonna show you how to put those 3 moves together. You're gonna hit the setup to the momentum cross. Ready? All right, so we're gonna press up, R2 over, and then you're gonna hit the momentum cross. I gotta do it a little faster because when I try to slow it down like that, it's a little too slow. And it'll look like that. You can do it either side. Doesn't matter which side you want to do. And now you got the basis of dribbling. That's the basis, just 3 moves. You see what I'm saying? You already know how to dribble with 3 moves. I haven't even got busy yet. Like 3 moves, that's the setup to the momentum cross. And that right there can get you guys, a lot of you guys free just off that right there. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to do the momentum cross to behind the back. It's pretty much the same thing as the momentum cross. The only thing that you're going to be doing different is you're going to let your R2 go and you're just going to flick your right analog stick down. So I'm going to give you the full explanation. With your right analog stick, if the ball is in your right hand, you want to push it to your left. With your left analog stick, you want to push that diagonal while holding R2. And then you're going to let your R2 go and press your right analog stick down. See, that's how it'll look if you do the snatch back instead. That's how it'll look. You can do all types of combos with it, man. You can just snatch people back. Now, one that I like to do is I like to do the momentum cross to the behind the back, but I'll do the double. I'll double tap my right analog stick down, and he'll do this. He'll do that right there. See? Like, and that right there gets you a lot of space. That's my own signature right there. And you do the momentum cross to the behind the back, but the only thing is you let your R2 go and you just press it down twice. It's almost like you're doing the behind the back momentum cross, but you just press it twice instead of once, and you'll do that right there. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys the next thing that I'm pretty sure you guys want to know. I'm pretty sure everyone wants to do this spam right here. This right here is like the easiest thing ever. It's easy. All you have to do is press your analog stick literally left to right, left to right. Now, the only thing about this is one that takes time to practice. I can't really explain to you the speed that you need to do it. It's one of the things where you kind of really practice, because sometimes it'll work and then sometimes it'll like be slow, like, you know, with that 2K reaction time. So that's one of the things that you gotta kind of practice with in the gym. I can't really tell you guys the exact speed to do it at, but the more you practice, the easier it'll be. Now, when you're doing that, I'm gonna show you guys another move. If you press your analog stick down and then tap your square, you'll do something like that. I know you guys have seen that a lot, especially when it comes to people who are dribblers and they're trying to create space, especially if you're doing that spam I just showed you. You're going to piece that together. Bam, step back, bam, step back, bam. You know, that's how you do that. Now, when you're doing the step back, make sure that with your left analog stick, you are pressing it back before you tap your square. So you're going to hold it back first and then tap your square. See how he does it? Hold your analog stick back and then tap your square. Never tap your square before you press your analog stick back, because he'll end up doing that. That's what'll end up happening. Always press your analog stick back first before you do your square. Now, you can also piece that into a momentum cross. If you're doing your spam like this, boom, momentum cross. Doing your spam, boom, momentum cross. Like, you can do all kinds of things into it. All you have to do, I'm explaining it one more time. You press left to right to do your spam. You have to practice that. I can't tell you the exact speed to do it. And then whenever you choose that you want to step back, hold your left analog stick back first and then tap your square. Look something like that, you know? If you do it before, if you tap your square before you hold the analog stick, you will end up in a position where you have to shoot. You do not want to do that. So hold your square, your analog stick back first and then tap your square, and then you can just piece it together. Like, it's so easy. Piece, momentum cross, and then you can set up all kinds of moves. So really, you guys have seen it all. Like, all you have to do is those 3 to 4 moves in different directions, back to back. You can just piece it together however you want to do. Maybe you might just want to do this all day and then momentum cross out of it. That's completely fine. Maybe you just might want to do step backs all day. You can do that to a momentum cross. Maybe you just might want to do this. Like, you can do this right here all day into a momentum cross. You can do whatever you want. It's just 4 moves that you putting together, and you just put them in different orders, just different orders. But what I would do is just practice with a friend. Get a friend to come into your my court, play one-on-one. Just practice a setup. Just get that down pat first. Press up on your analog stick and then over. Get that down first. Once you get that down, then you add the momentum cross to the behind the backs, and Before you know it, you be dribbling like you never dribbled before, man. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. Now, make sure you guys drop a like, man. I dropped some knowledge on y'all. I'm pretty sure that at the end of this video, you guys, if not a master dribbler, you guys are at least a entry-level dribbler, man. So make sure y'all guys drop the like. Stay tuned for my next one. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you guys can know when I drop videos. I'm getting back on my 2K19 grind. I know I took a little while off. Sorry about that. My computer was broken down. That shit was a complete nightmare trying to get it back up and running. But we back up and running. We better than ever, man. See you guys in the next one.